Namaskaram everyone, this is Vishwaksan and welcome to Vaka Talks, where we talk about mental health and emotional well-being in different kinds of relationships. We are doing a small anthology of various poems from Sumati Satakam, Vemana Satakam and Subhashitalu that I feel can be interpreted to improve our mental health and emotional well-being and basically have act as some guidelines in various relationships. Today, let's talk about a poem from Vemana Satakam that goes as follows. Eluka Thoka Thechchi ఏడాది ఉతికిన నలుపు నలుపే గాని తెలుపు కాదు కొమ్మ బొమ్మ తెచ్చి కొట్టిన బలుకున విశ్వదాభిరామ వినురవేమ. What this poem is saying is, if you get a rat's tail and keep washing it over and over and over again, however long you wash it, it is not going to turn white. It will continue to stay black. In the and if you basically get a doll, and however long you try to teach it uh, to speak, trying repeating words, how many ever times you say, the doll is not going to repeat them. You cannot teach a doll to speak. Well, you can use it for ventriloquism. That's different. That's again, that's a trick where you are the one who's speaking. So, what Vemana is trying to say over here is, you will not be able to change the core of the person however hard you try. A lot of people want to change others, and they do not realize that that is who they are. Accept people for who they are. They might be able to change maybe 10 or 15% of peripheral things, but we will not be able to change the core of the person. And an unkind person is still going to be unkind. A kind person will continue to be kind. You cannot change that. A lot of people get into a relationship thinking that they can change their partners. They feel that, well, they did not have the right environment, so I can provide the right environment for them to change. You cannot change a person's core core belief system. You cannot change a person from who they actually are. Yes, a person who is a result of the circumstances, a kind person who who have to protect themselves by putting on a hard shell, we can provide a safe environment for them to no longer wear that hard shell all the time, and let the person, the kind person, flourish. But if we if we bring an unkind person and hope to change that person into a kind person, that does not happen. So when we try to change people, we need to see whether are we trying to change someone, something, who they are, or are we trying to help them to shed off the 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 shields that they have been wearing, and letting them show their true self. If you're if you're able to understand the difference between that, then we will be able to know whether this person will be able to change or not. On In what context will they be able to change? We cannot expect people to change everything. And a lot of people have this fantasy of Beauty and the Beast, where Belle has transformed the beast, but that is a fantasy and that's it. in reality, if if the if you cannot accept the person as who they are, as the core of the person, who they really are, not considering the external shields or masks that they put on for based that they have developed based on the environment and the situations and circumstances that they grew up in. If you cannot accept the real person, then probably it is not right to getting in not right to get into a relationship with them, because the core of the person will remain unchanged through external stimulus, and it takes a lot of effort from that person to actually want to change. An unkind person, a selfish person, a very entitled person will not transform into a kind and compassionate and loving person. On the contrary, a kind and compassionate and a loving person will not change into a selfish, entitled, and a toxic person. They might stop being kind to everyone around them because they have faced a lot of backlashes, but they cannot become a toxic person. And a toxic person, due to circumstances, might not have opportunities to show how toxic they are, to act entitled, to always play the victim card, but they cannot transform into a kind person. So a person at the core will continue to be the same person, however we however hard we try to change that, because that is their basic, that is their truth, and we need to accept that truth. And if that truth is not something that is compatible with us, we need to move on and not blame this person for not being compatible with us. Not everyone is compatible with us, and we are not compatible with everyone. But we should we should be able to recognize the true person, and if that is someone that we are compatible with, then it is wonderful. If it is not, we need to move on and not try to change that. If you like my content, please hit the like button and share your experiences in the comment section below, and please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you. Until we meet again.